But this case,
yes,
hits the four corners of what our founders wrote about impeachment, what James Madison wrote, the father of the Constitution, what everybody wrote about impeachment. It could not be a tighter fit where a president is getting a foreign country to help him in a domestic campaign and using American military might to extort them. I mean, my God, it's the fact pattern is, again, it just hits all four corners of what the founders said impeachment was about.
And that's why we still get all these tiresome, off-the-record, behind-the-scenes. Republicans know he did something bad. They know. They sat and they listened for 2 weeks to these nonpartisan witnesses explain exactly what happened. And that's why you see all these distractions and arguments not based on the facts. Let's go to Heidi. To this point, Democrats questioned the witnesses about 3 articles of impeachment. Let's listen.
You've all testified the president's conduct here implicates 3 categories of high crimes and misdemeanors: abuse of power, betrayal of the national interest, and corruption of elections. Is that right, Professor Carlin?
Yes, it is.
And Professor Feldman and Professor Gerhardt, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any one of these actions alone would be sufficient to impeach the president, according to the founders. But is it fair to say that all 3 causes for impeachment explicitly contemplated by the founders, abuse of power, betrayal of our national security, and corruption of our elections, are present in this president's conduct? Yes or no, Professor Feldman?
Yes.
And Professor Gerhardt?
Yes, sir.
And Professor Carlin?
Yes.
You all agree. Okay. And are any of you aware of any other president who has essentially triggered all 3 concerns that animated the founders?
No.
No.
No as well.
Mr. Chairman, it's hard to think of a more monarchical sentiment than I can do whatever I want as president, and I yield back.
So, Heidi, that lines up with your reporting on our show yesterday morning about how the articles of impeachment against President Trump could be laid out by Democrats.
What you're seeing there, Willie, is based on my previous reporting. These lawmakers, one after the other, laying out what I've reported was the ABCs of impeachment, which explains why this case and this impeachment of a United States president is different from anything that we've seen in the history of this nation. Because in this case, as you and as Joe and John were discussing, Trump meets all 3 conditions laid out by the founders, not just one: abuse of power when it comes to using his office for personal gain; B, betrayal of our nation's national security interests; and C, corruption of our electoral process in a way that, in the worst way, actually, that is designed to try and keep himself in power. So these lawmakers were very much trying to explain to the American people, and the takeaway here is that this is unique because the president has violated all 3 of these, and that is why you saw such powerful and even at times emotional testimony from those constitutional scholars that, hey, if this doesn't merit impeachment, then nothing does. And then secondly, talking about what the consequences of this will be and why impeachment was put into the Constitution, because if corruption of an election is taking place, inherently, you cannot have another election serve as the remedy. And that is why the founders, in essence, wanted to put impeachment clause into the Constitution.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.